On Charles Botensten Properties International. Obviously, you'll notice that I'm actually not in the office today. I am going to be going to Florida. You know, it snowed, and we're a little bit early, which is nice. So that's my little bookshelf right over there, and that is my where I do my journaling. It's actually just a really cool spot to journal because you're standing up the whole time. All right, so how do you be more attractive? This is one of the things that, I didn't understand when I was growing up. I was quite needy to say the least in high school. I would send cards and say, why doesn't this girl like me? And by the way, let me just preface this. I'm not saying like I'm the greatest person on planet Earth, okay? I'm by no stretch, okay? And I'm not saying I'm Don Juan or Don Julio or whatever the heck that guy's name was that was unbelievably attractive to all the women that he just swooned everyone. Okay, what's going on, Erwin? Let me know the connection is good. It looks like there's no Wi-Fi, so it's just going off of the satellites. And I'm in my apartment, obviously. So this is what I noticed is that so in high school I was really nice, just like the nicest guy. Just a nice Catholic family, and the college years came along and I became a huge asshole. Why? Because I played rugby. I was in a fraternity. I thought that I needed to be that way, and it sort of worked, but nobody really liked it. They liked it in the beginning because I gave people shit, but they didn't like it as a long-term kind of friend. So in the beginning, way too nice, then went to the complete opposite spectrum and became a huge dick. And then I came out and I read, obviously, the first book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and I understood that there was nothing about being a dick or being really nice. It was just being a person of quality that people want to be around. So, long story short, 5 years later, I started understanding that, okay, there's actually laws behind this. And what's his name writes an incredible book that I just read, The Art of Seduction. Art of Seduction? Or I think that's what it is. And he's written the 48 Laws of Power, the 50th Law. He's written a ton of books. Unbelievable. My mind is blanking on him. It's very long and it's very hard to get through. However, this is what I noticed is that if you want anything, what's going on, Chris? Robert Green, thank you. If you want anything of quality, you have to be that. Okay? I'll give you an example. So there was a girl in college that was stunning. She was the captain of the cheerleader or captain of the dance team. I like the dance team better more than cheerleaders. The dance team, and everyone liked her, but she didn't date anyone. And everyone's like, why isn't, I'm not gonna say her name, why isn't Betsy dating anyone? And then one of my buddies, and you guys probably already know the story, one of my buddies at one of the parties comes up to me and he goes, by the way, Betsy really likes you. And I'm like, nah, she doesn't. Just, you're drunk. And then he goes, no, seriously, her friend just told me that she really wants to find out if there's something between you. And I couldn't believe it because my paradigm was not for that type of person, the captain of the dance team that everybody wanted to date. Yes, I played a sport, but rugby was not really respected like, say, lacrosse or baseball or soccer. And all those guys, they got all the girls. We would get attractive women because, we were dicks and we fought and whatever, but we never actually earned them mentally. We just said, oh, we're drunk, she's drunk, let's just hook up. But, we looked at the soccer guys and everyone else, and they just had this demeanor, this aura that women were attracted to. And that was the first time that, my paradigm said, okay, maybe I am worthy of Betsy. And then I came out of college and then I understood that not only is there a rule and a law, but it's not a rule and law where you do something. It's who you're being. Okay? It's who you're being. All right? And women are incredible at this. Men, we shut our mouth, and back in the day, we would hunt, so we wouldn't need to talk. But back in the day, there would be a fire going on, and the tribe would be talking and gossiping and saying the latest news, and we would come back and say, what's going on? Who's cheating on who's having a baby, whatever. Women are intuitive to that, so they could feel what you're thinking, which is crazy. It's insane. However, it's actually really good because obviously hereditarily that makes sense is that if this guy's bullshitting, I'm not going to have a kid for 9 months and then he's not going to take care of me. He's just going to fucking leave. Okay. So after reading evolutionary biology about evolutionary psychology and biology about why we are where we are. Okay, we're not just humans that were just put here. This is billions of years from just single cell organisms that just roamed the earth, that became multicellular, that was asexual, and then became obviously where you needed a partner to actually have sex. I would love to understand how that even happened, but going even deeper is that I understood that as I started growing myself, not only two things happened. Number one is that my standards rose. My standards rose significantly. I said, I want a girl that at least works out. This is when I'm like 23, 24. The second is, my standards in who I would date and whatever. It wasn't like extreme. Okay, now it's pretty high. The second is that it was easier. It was easier. It was easier because I wasn't trying. I wasn't putting on a facade. Okay, a lot of the guys in New York City, especially in New York City, is they lead with money or they lead with their looks. In LA, it's probably they lead with their looks and sort of have money, but not really. They spend all of their time on the facade instead of the inside. And what I've noticed is that it doesn't fucking matter. Yes, you have to be presentable if you're going to be meeting the parents. Yes, you have to be presentable for her, with her in a social setting. So obviously, this is what I'm getting to, is that work on one thing a month or one thing a quarter, which is I'm going to work on how to dress well. I'm going to work on my hair. I'm going to work. Is it better with facial hair? Is it not better with facial hair? Am I losing hair? If I'm losing hair, do I go bald? Do I shave it in a way? Do I look better with glasses? Do I go contacts or LASIK? What's my style? Is my style business? Is it business casual? Is it casual? And you start to, not only do you start actually molding who you are and not who other people think you should be, but you actually start living into that, number one. And number two is you feel more comfortable. Like I feel way more comfortable with a collared shirt, not because I went to a Catholic high school and I had to wear it. I freaking hated collared shirts because of that. But then I noticed, even for this video, I was like, should I do a t-shirt? I'm like, it's just not me. A collared shirt, it just shows something. However, Gary Vaynerchuk, he doesn't wear collared shirts and he's comfortable. So it's not about the actual style, it's about the individual. So what am I getting to is that as you build yourself, you're also going to build a whole thing. Who you hang out with, your style, your language, your humor, how you actually carry yourself in a party. Do you talk a lot? Do you not say a lot? I used to be the entertainer. Charles is here, he's going to entertain us. And then I was like, that wasn't really attractive to people. So now I'm going to be the guy that is, the demeanor is just on point. If shit is going down, I'm here to make sure that it doesn't. Like I have literally two deals worth, let's say about $30,000 that are just going out the window. Bye-bye. If I was 25, I would be freaking out. I wouldn't go live and I would say, you know what, this is not worth it. Okay. Being well-rounded is so critical, okay? And I'll just go back to the one point I made before, which is you can't lead with one thing. If you just lead with one thing, which is my money, my body, my family, my physique, my fame, okay? That can all go away, okay? Your body, you age, or something could happen. Your money, you could easily lose that. Your fame, you could easily fuck that up. And what I noticed is that having a well-rounded lifestyle where you work on everything is massive. Thank you, Aaron. This is the last concluding thing, is that the only way you become more attractive is two ways. One is you yourself become more attractive. I've already brought up the one story is, how do you become more attractive? You have to look into your insecurities, whether that's in relationships, that's in business, that's in family, that's in social settings, that's in marketing or sales or whatever area you want to go, and you have to get better. You have to get better. And the only way is steady improvement. The last story I'm going to say is with what's his name? Who's the guy? Steve Harvey. So Steve Harvey, you probably guys already know. He had these two girls on that they were, in their late 30s and they couldn't find a guy. And he said, okay, what do you want in a guy? Before the show, they went out and they wrote down what they wanted in a guy. One girl had like 40 items. The other girl had, like 38 items. It was crazy. It was like just like be picky, but let's be realistic. All right, there's no goddess out there for you. So this is interesting. Is that he on the show? He said, okay, blah 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 and blah blah blah. You gave me your list. There's 38 and there's 48 on this, and then he started going through, and some of them contradicted. You want someone that's nice, but then on this one you said unpredictable. You want someone that's wealthy and famous and da da da, but you want him to be humble. That's kind of a tough one. And then he mentioned the kicker. He mentioned the kicker, which is you both wrote on here, you want a millionaire. Does the millionaire want you? And that hit me. That hit me. Does a millionaire want you? Does that beautiful girl want? Yeah, she looks great. But does she want you? She gets talked to all the time. How does that girl, there's only two ways, I'll tell you in a second. There's only two ways to actually get that girl. I don't like that word. I like attract that girl or have have the chemistry. That's even a better one. Is have the chemistry. Is that you yourself feel deep down that you believe that you deserve her. Because if you don't, talking on Tim Ferriss' podcast, the Master Key System was relevant. You must do, and yeah, you have to be it, and then you do it, and then you have it. Okay, a lot of people, especially in California, they have it, the car or the girl or whatever, and then they do it, and then they be it. But the being is really hard to get to if you don't have the money because you just spent it all on a beautiful house or a car or whatever. That's where they had a lot of foreclosures because guys, it's very pretentious. It's very inside or very outside. It's not inside. So the first one is it to your core. You have to believe that you deserve that girl, number one. Number two is you have to actually raise your standards in life to actually get her. Okay, raise your standards in life in what you eat, where you go, how you speak, what you speak about, how you travel, okay? If you have no money, it's all about learning and then doing, because the doing only comes from deserving believing you deserve her. Okay, the second one is very easy, which is you learn. Okay, that's super easy. But believing that you deserve that listing, that partner, that friend, the business, the body, you have to do. You have to go to the gym to believe that you deserve that body. You have to go and make calls or ask for referrals to believe that you actually are deserving of that business. Only until this year did I say, I fucking deserve XYZ. And this is the last thing. I know it's at 13 minutes right now, but there's a girl at my gym, and there's many girls at my gym. there's one in my class in particular. She's stunning, absolutely stunning. There's actually a couple that are very attractive, and we work out together pretty much all the time. Okay, I saw her today. She's obviously your own standards or whatever, but she's cool as hell, and she's beautiful. And no one would get to the cool as hell because everyone sees the facade. She walks in with just the sports bra when most of the girls wear a sports bra and then a shirt. She walks in with very tight leggings, which everyone does, but with the sports bra and the tight leggings, that's confidence to do that because that girls are judging her because she's got an incredible body and she's very attractive. But nobody gets to the coolness. I got to the coolness, okay? She's probably not gonna be watching this, but and this isn't like, oh, brag, but it's like until you approach and you get to the coolness, you wouldn't feel you deserve the coolness. You don't deserve the girl if you only look at her as the attractiveness. For ladies, if you only are considering money or status or where he is in the hierarchy, I understand that it's hereditary and that's ingrained. However, that could be all bullshit, okay? This girl's real, okay? So I learned a lot, and then I did the approach. And I wouldn't feel the deserving unless I did the approach. Otherwise, it's just mulling over in my mind. Yeah, maybe I deserve her. I think I deserve her. But no. Dude, go approach her. Go talk to her, all right? Class is done. Say what's up. It's overtime. You're going to see her again, all right? So, and I'll just leave this... I think she likes me, which is weird because I didn't show any of those vibes at all. And to be honest, I don't even think I want to date her because I'm going to see her at least 3 times a week, okay? And I asked her this very important question. I'll leave you this. I know I said that last time. I asked her this very important question. I said, when, or no, she's in a business setting, finance setting. I said, are you misinterpreted a lot? She goes, all the time. Explain. So she says that when she goes into a business meeting, they see this tall, leggy blonde that's in shape and stunning and everything else, and they completely judge her. They say she's dumb, she's there because of her looks and everything else. I wasn't asking her any of that, but she was just voluntarily saying it. And I said, "What about like walking around the gym?" She goes, "Oh, I get looks all the time. Looks from girls, jealous looks." So she's used to people judging the exterior. So she has to keep up the exterior. Okay. She has to keep it up, this facade that's not even real. Okay. You know what? Listen, Erwin, you got to go more positive, my man. Of course. Dude, I asked out a girl. We went out, didn't go well. I see her all the time. Dude, I'm friends with all my ex girlfriends. No one burned my clothes or changed the lock on their door or stole anything. You know, maybe he marries her, Erwin. Exactly, exactly. Listen, for me, I'm not looking for marriage. I went out with a girl 2 weeks ago. She's attractive, but she's cool as fuck. And she's very sexy. She's got this aura that a lot of guys are, that want. And I made the decision on the second date. She hit me up for a third date, and I made the decision. I said, this is not the standard I want to live into. Okay. And I'll give you another point. I'm firing probably a seller today, and I'm probably firing a buyer today. Because my standard in business is I'm just going to say this is not how I do business. Okay? You need to have a standard. How does the girl treat you? Okay? I'll give you the last date. It was an only date. She was 8.5, maybe 8.75. It took her a while to finally get her out. And she said she was on her phone. And I said, "Oh, do you have anything going on?" She goes, "No, my mom just texted me." I said, "Oh, okay. Can you put that in your purse?" She goes, and she got offended. She got absolutely like pissed off. And we haven't even ordered a drink yet. Okay. This is legitimately maybe 5 to 6 minutes into the conversation after not seeing each other for the first time that we met, which was like 2 months ago. And she was traveling and I just, whatever, it didn't work out. But she got offended. She put her phone in her bag. She pulled it out later, and then I looked at it, and I stopped talking. And she goes, no, finish the story. I'm like, no. So what you have to have is not only, it's the deserving is the standard. The believing is the actual information. Okay, so I'm going to hop out right now. I can't even tell you the difference. If you keep on the 1% every single day, just a little bit better, just listen to something for 15 minutes or 10 minutes or 5 minutes, read 3 or 4 pages, just do something. Not a big fan of rating women in terms of numbers. I think that's, all right, you have to give some context. She's attractive. But this is what I would say is when you actually start doing, you're going to start getting rejection. The guys that actually get rejected are the ones that actually keep on going and getting the ones that you see walking down the street that you feel, I don't think you deserve her. So I'm going to hop out. The 2 things, number 1 is you have to approach, you have to talk, you have to date, you actually have to move it forward because everyone is scared and they are all nervous. Everyone, guys and girls, they're all scared, they're all nervous, they're all just tired. And you have to be the leader, number 1. Number 2 is you have to continuously improve yourself because you're going to get better and better and better and better and better quality types of people, not only girls, guys, whatever you're into, but relationships and business. And then the last thing I'm going to say, even though I said that last time, is that that's the reason I'm not going to get married. Because I know I'm in a hockey stick mood right now, hockey stick growth, kind of like Gary was, 2 years ago, where there's this hockey stick that's going to come, it's going to hit, and I'm going to be ready. And then the quality of the relationships and the girls that come into my life then, I just don't want to settle for anything, ever, at any time. So this is what you need in your room: books, athletics, and, she's attractive. and in the bed. So have an awesome day. I'm hopping out to Florida. I don't know if I have time for sales calls. I think that might be an excuse because I have to leave in less than a half an hour. So talk to you guys soon. Obviously, I'm going to be Florida. No live tomorrow. Starting this back up on Monday. Talk to you guys soon. Take action. Read the fucking shit out of things by smart people because they are the ones that are going to improve your life. Talk to you soon, guys.